Have you ever felt that a school system doesn't really care about you? But the only thing they really focus on is you getting good grades, move to the next level, next level, next level, until you eventually go to college and become a fundamental member of society. Well, they don't really look at you. They don't really look at you if you understand the material. They only really care if you're getting good grades and making the whole school look good. This is how many American teens feel nowadays about the whole education system going on. This is a really negative process as it creates problems for the mental health of the students. For one thing, they develop depression, anxiety, and attention span disorders where they can't really focus on stuff and don't really care about learning material. They only care about getting good grades and perpetuating the cycle of the process going on. It's really affecting their mental health as besides school, they have other stuff going on like work, taking care of family, or other stuff that might not be clear from the outset. Another thing that I know about is I have received many teacher testimonials about the whole process as a whole and how it degrades the students. For one thing, it takes a lot of work to fail a student than to pass a student. To fail a student, a teacher must first write a proposal why they want to fail a student, send it to the board of directors that go of the teaching department, and once that is submitted, then after that, if they still want to fail the student, then they have to write letters to the parents, try to get them to why they are failing the student and all that, and then if that doesn't work and the student is still failing, then they still have to set up meetings with the parent and the student to try to work everything out. That is a lot of work for one teacher to pull off, especially when they have like 400 students throughout the whole day. So the real question is, why would they do that? Why would they do that when they could just pass a student and forget about them? One thing is they do forget about them, they just pass them through. And that creates many problems for a student in the future, as then they go on not learn the material. So in every other level, they are getting further behind, and they think it's their fault. Because they don't understand material, they're like, why can't I understand? And they think it's their fault, and they're getting their morale busted. Which again affects their mental health. But the system isn't fully flawed, as we could look at other foreign countries and adopt their policies to try and better our own. For one thing, in China, where they have really disciplined children, they focus more on logic and concept behind problems rather than actual tests. And the main test they really have to focus on is the college entrance exam, which takes place far into their career as a student. And by that time, they're really prepared for it, as they have the problem-solving capabilities that allow them to understand the material. Also, Scandinavia. In Scandinavia, school starts at 7 for ages, as it gives them more time to grow at home, to develop more social skills and fundamental dynamics that could help them later on in their school career. And also, mandatory testing starts at 16, which I feel is a better age to start testing, as students are more developed in their brain. Because once you start testing really young, that's what they are grinding for. That's what they want to keep good and getting good grades, passing tests. But that's not what school's about. School's about learning. And finally, the UK. They have ideas of free schools, where they make their own curriculum, and that the parents choose which schools they go into. So different schools focus on different views and different talents, and they all help the students adapt. To sum up, students aren't the problem, the schools are failing them. It's the school system as a whole, which focuses more on grades than the students actually taking in and absorbing the material so they can become better students in the future.